In this video, we'll have a look at Cascoda's environment sensor. I'll also be demonstrating how using ETS you can link together the environment sensor with a KNX MQTT proxy. And by doing that, you're going to enable the environment sensor to automatically send data to an MQTT server. And then you can have another MQTT client which will subscribe to that data. And therefore you can visualize the data in a dashboard, you can plot it, you can save it, etc. All right, so let's jump straight in. I've got here the environment sensor and next to it the KNX IoT hub on which the MQTT proxy will be running. So let's zoom in a little bit on the screen for the environment sensor. This is the overview screen. So what you see here is all the different types of measurements that the environment sensor is doing. So there's temperature, relative humidity, CO2, VOC index, and atmospheric pressure. Now this device is a sleepy thread device. And what that means is that the device is in low power mode for most of the time, but then it wakes up periodically to measure and then send the data. And the frequency at which this happens can be configured using ETS. So let's have a look at the ETS project here. We've got our two devices, so the MQTT proxy and the environment sensor. Now, if we take a look at the parameters for the environment sensor, you'll notice that the first parameter is the sleep period. So for the purpose of making this video not last too long, I've set this to 20 seconds. So what this means is that the device will wake up every 20 seconds, will get measurements, and will send those measurements. But in a real-life situation, you will probably want to pick a higher value for the sleep period because that means that the battery life of the device will be longer. Now, if we take a quick look at the group objects, you'll see that I've linked together the relevant group objects for the MQTT proxy and environment sensor. So we've got temperature, humidity, CO2, and VOC index. Now, as I'm speaking now, the device is every 20 seconds waking up, measuring, and sending. So let's open up the group monitor to see that occurring. So within the next 20 seconds, you should see data here appearing in the group monitor. And there we have it. Now, I can also show that it's being sent to an MQTT server by opening up an MQTT dashboard. So I'll do that now. And then this will allow us to visualize the data that is being sent. All right, I've got the dashboard up and running. Now, if we wait, we will receive the first data point within the next 20 seconds. There we have it. Now let's wait for a second point. This way we get a nice line. And here we can see a nice graph is forming as data is being received. So one more thing I want to quickly show is the various settings that are available. So I'm only going over a fraction of what's available on this device, but just to give you an idea, you can select different languages. So this is English, French, German, Spanish, Italian. And you can also select different units for the temperature and for the pressure. You can select a different battery type and that will adjust your battery percentage, which you can also display instead of displaying an icon. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching and tune in for the next one.